Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. I'm a Nifty producer, and today I'm gonna walk you through how I made over a stranger's bedroom based on their social media accounts. This video was unique in two ways. One, it was the biggest makeover we've ever done in terms of just like visual transformation. It was the most drastic difference. But also, this is the first time I was doing a kid's room. That was super exciting to me, probably because I am still sort of a child. But on the other hand, this was the most mature kid I've ever met in my life. He was so wise. Everyone in the comments pointed that out. They're like, this kid has more wisdom than like most 40-year-olds that I know. That was really awesome. And then also there was his very, very sweet sister Imogen who nominated Fabian.
Hey Ashley, I'm Imogen and I want to nominate my brother Fabian for a room makeover. He has the biggest, brightest personality and he expresses it a lot in his social media accounts. But his room in real life doesn't represent him at all. I think Fabian deserves this makeover because we move around a lot. We were living in a house before this that was a few blocks away, but we got evicted. So I feel like this is the first time that we're really settled and it feels like home. And I think his room should feel that way too.
This particular post that I got tagged in stood out to me because she's 15. At 15 was I thinking like, let me give this really cool makeover to my brother instead of saving it for myself. I definitely wasn't thinking that way when I was 15, I will admit. So I was really taken aback by how sweet she was and how really nice their relationship is. So I was like, done and done, I'm coming over. Fabian's getting a makeover. It's cool to work with a younger subject because I think like more things go. You can be crazier and funkier and like you can have more bold colors. Not that you can't as an adult. For the most part, kids are more open to more bold style decisions. And Fabian definitely was. It was also unique in that he didn't have a big social media presence. Like, he's 11, so you know, it would be weird if he did have a gigantic social media presence. It was a very small case study to work with, his digital footprint, but it still told me so much about him. And that was a case where I wasn't so much looking at the aesthetic of his Pinterest and of his Instagram. I was really looking at his lifestyle and people he was inspired by to determine how to design the room. That was some ways that this one was unique. It was one of my favorites. The transformation was so drastic and he was just the sweetest. They both were. Imogen and Fabian were definitely the cutest subjects we've ever had on Spacelift.
I feel like this space will also cultivate more hobbies and more things that maybe I will get inspired by this space rather than being inspired elsewhere and bring it into the space.
I am so obsessed and thankful for my job. It's like the most unique opportunity ever. I get to do things that I love, like DIY projects and designing. Then I also get to meet all of these awesome people and give them something that hopefully actually improves their day-to-day life. So it's gratifying, it's fun, and I am super inspired by every new submission that I get and every new post that I get tagged in. So I am just like so jazzed to be doing what I'm doing, really. It's such a weird, unique job, and I am excited to see where it goes from here.
I super love this rubber band ball.
Your rubber band ball that you made. I do all this in your room. And the two things you say that you love are your own things. Okay, that's it. The wallpaper's coming down. I went to college for journalism, which seems disconnected from what I'm doing now, but it's really not because I think all of that storytelling experience has translated into the videos I'm making now, because at the end of the day, this is like a story that I want to tell people. Is like, okay, look at this person's space, look at how they're living their life, and look at how we can improve that, and what's important to them, and who they are, and how we can make a space best represent them. So my journalism background gave me that storytelling ability, and then in terms of the crafty stuff, the design, the DIYing, that was all just stuff I love to do as a hobby. So I was always making stuff ever since I was a kid. I was actually, weirdly enough, would really sketch out rooms when I was like 8 years old. My grandma would let me rearrange her living room in all different ways, and I would like sketch out how she should decorate for Christmas or how she should decorate if she was having a dinner party, like as if she was having dinner parties. I was always encouraged in the artistic world, and I always really loved doing anything crafty, anything involving color. And so that sort of added up to this like totally weird but perfect for me job that I have today.
I hope this is the first part of bringing that awesome online persona to real life and that you have so much fun in your new room.
I'm so excited to just keep meeting all these unique people with awesome stories and actually genuinely getting relationships out of this experience and learning new skills, and also just like being in someone's home is such an intimate experience, especially someone who you don't know before this whole makeover is happening. These people are letting me into their homes, they're letting me see all the stuff that they've dreamed about, that they've posted, that they want to turn into realities, and I'm like really touched that people trust me with that information and with their spaces. And I think by the end of these makeovers, I've really formed a connection that I wouldn't have otherwise with these people. And I mostly love when I get to stay in touch with everybody and like see how the space has continued to function for them. So yes, I love designing and I love transforming spaces, but more importantly, I love people, and I'm so thankful that I get to do what I do and meet so many amazing folks. That and I is it? I can't say it. I like do say folks all the time, and then I realize I sound like a literal 8-year-old woman in South Carolina.